Hello, beautiful mutants. It is Sunday, and it's a snowy day. Can't really tell; it's just light snow sort of thing. I'm in a slightly different spot here. I think I was here about 10 months ago in February. Um, uh, yeah, but there over there is the rock that I normally go to on the other side of that hill, right there. So yeah. So it probably could be a fairly short video today. But I think I forgot to mention why I don't say welcome to the fourth dimension because it's in the title, and if you don't know by now that we're in the fourth dimension, well, then anyway, so uh, yeah, I'm going to keep this video short because, well, I'm just not inspirational today, and that's what these videos are supposed to be about: is inspiration, right? High energy, which seems to be getting me in a lot of trouble. High energy. Live. Well, I'm definitely living life, alive, love, learn, love. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Uh, and learn. Okay. And observe. Don't forget about the hell. Because if you take the O out, this is interesting. Here's an interesting out. If you take the O out of hello, then you have hell, and that and I think that's where I was going with before is sort of like how do I turn hell and really high energy live life love is not love learn is not hell, but it seems like hell. But when you add the O of observing, then you get hello, right? So if everybody could like add that O, right? Everybody's going through hell. Everybody's doing the high energy live, learn, love, and learn. But I don't think anybody's doing the observing, right? I mean, because like everybody's doing. No, I'm not gonna go there. Right? See, positive. I'm keeping it positive. So, and the thing is yeah. Um. So I'll be brief. Yeah, Jenna's being brief. Um. I'm out of state, and I made a private video that only one person seen back in July because I knew that this was coming again. And again, I can't see in the future, but I recognize patterns, obviously, and I recognize, and I know what happens every time at this time of year. We get snow on the ground. Actually, just the walk is somewhat voluntary, somewhat involuntary. But when I first walked out of the house, right, whoosh, a big push of wind came. So I'm like, fuck that. And they're well, part of my right, I'm not made for kids. See, I can swear all I want. I can I can go crazy. I can well, I'm already crazy. Anyway, so oh, it's 1.4. That might be a better view anyway. So yeah, it's just you think, oh my god, look at all that snow. It's still like just a sniffle, a little bit, just a little bit of snow on the ground. And again, why should I need to use big words, right? Why can't I just use little words? And the baby, cat, dog. Right? Do I need to be smart? Right? I don't need to be smart, right? I can, heavily medicate myself and just for the winter though, right? Just heavily medicate, put myself into a stupor for the winter time, and then come out of it, slowly in springtime. I started taking an antipsychotic again last night. It's about 9:30. Fell asleep around 10:15. Woke up around in the middle of the night about 3:15 or so, and go to the bathroom like I always do. But I was able to get back to sleep, sort of thing. I slept until about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. How do I feel this morning? I don't know. I mean, you can see like I'm fairly calm right now. Um, and yeah, I haven't smoked any, so if I'm high, I'm high in life, and I'm gonna try doing that again. I'm gonna try to see if I can just get stimulated on my own sort of thing, and maybe just save the smoking for the weekends or something like that, or just late night, in the evenings, just to help the 1-2 punch. But I'm quite sure the 1-2 punch will be able to like knock me on my own sort of thing. So it's not quetiapine, it's olanzapine. It's something different, and she's giving it to me on a low dose. 2.5 milligrams, as my doctor said. So I give my schizophrenia patients 20 milligrams a day. So I'm only an 8 schizophrenic. No, I'm not schizophrenic at all. I might have schizoaffective disorder, which is siblings. It's usually common in siblings with people who have schizophrenia. That we got lucky. We didn't have what my brother had, and had a couple of falls when he was youngster. He figured it out he didn't figure it out, but he doesn't like medication. I don't like medication. Nobody likes this kind of medication, right? So, and he knows that if he wants to get better, if he wants to function in society, that he has to be drugged up all the time, and he doesn't want to do that. So he'd rather live on the streets. And so we'll keep that of the for what it is, sort of thing, right? But you don't think it bothers me that I can't help my brother? Yeah, it bothers me big time. So okay, yeah. So obviously, going heavily medicated, going into stupor, for the winter. And what I mean by heavily medicated, instead of taking just one of the mood stabilizers, I would take 3 a night. I would just gradually go from 1 to 3, and either 5 milligrams of the olanzapine, or go back to the quetiapine, which is really good at knocking me out, sort of thing. But then, right, but that's not a solution, because then it's sort of like I'm gonna get sort of like, you're depressed. Why are you so sad all the time, right? So, and okay, and so this leads me to my dilemma, is that I enjoy being in a state of near euphoria, or in enhanced high. So I don't know. It's hard to explain. I haven't really done it when I've been completely straight. So I'm going to try that. I sort of tried with the song that while I'm sitting here, but it's right, because I mean, when I'm at home, even though I'm alone at times, I'm not really alone. It's like the dog's always barking or wanting to go out, or for food, or the cats are meowing or something like that. So there's always, something going on. Whereas here it's fine. I mean, but it's like it's cold, and can't really meditate here either. I found ground to sit on, so it's a little bit better. But I mean, I don't blame others. I made this all my own, right? My whole existence from the moment of birth is my own, right? And so getting back, yeah. So I obviously can't be high, like that. It's almost like an elevated state of awareness, like, and like as you can probably tell, like I talk fast, sort of thing, and. So, okay, so you're saying, okay, well, why can't you do a happy medium, right? To try to find something in the middle, sort of thing. Okay, that, I guess that is the challenge, sort of thing, right? I mean, yeah, most people, they go through an even keel sort of thing, throughout the day, sort of thing. But I don't understand. I don't understand that concept. I don't understand that. What that means is, like, I know it's the robot sort of thing, and I don't like the robot anymore. So what's happening is when it comes to being almost on the robot stages, is that I don't want to do anything. Right, there's that middle thing, that middle thing, sort of thing. And so by doing nothing, well, either I slip down into sort of like a melancholy of like sadness, depressing. I don't want to do anything, or conversely, right? Because who wants to do that, right? But that's what and this goes back to the work aspect, right? Is like when I'm working, I can't be in an elevated state. I have to be sort of like melancholy, sort of thing. and I don't like that state. So when I'm in a melancholy state, like at work, so usually what I'll do is like, like I'll slip down and I'll like start crying, right, for no reason at all, right? Just because I can't, I have no choice. I have to work, right? That's what I got to do. I got to get this work done, sort of thing. So I got to push it, right? And then well, then the sadness gets, it's either it goes away, or I start, snap out. You got to snap out of this sort of thing, right? And I start waking up, and then and then usually what happens to get me out of my stupor is usually the music. I'll put it on softly, loud, at first, sort of thing, because I can't listen to it loud because it stimulates me. So I put it on softly, sort of thing. It's there, sort of thing. But I know it's there, right? And my brain's saying, "Yay, he put music." Hopefully, I say yay. But if I say yay, then that means, oh, cool, I get to turn it up even more and more, sort of thing. And hey, that's a good video on, right? And next thing you know, I'm watching the videos and I'm not working anymore. I'm aware of this, but I'm not aware of this, right? It just happens. Or sometimes, like, if I don't put on the music, like I gotta work, even though I hate the work, right? And I don't like doing the work, I gotta persist, right? And it just pushes me more and more. And then sometimes at the end of the day, when I'm done work, I can't get out of the, it takes me a long time, and I'm just such in, right? So I guess that's where it is with the work, sort of thing, is it's either, I can't find that middle ground, right? Because I don't want the middle ground, right? And I don't want the lower ground. I want the upper ground, but you can't have the upper ground. The upper ground is forbidden. You can go there every once in a while and say hi, sort of thing, but you can't go there and stay, right? And obviously I can't go to the lower ground and stay either. And you can, right? I can go there once in a while. I mean, the lower ground's okay. No, it isn't. Well, sort of. I mean, that's where anyways, I'm just running around in circles, and I'm quite sure, yeah. Look at that, already over 12 minutes. So I'm going to end this video right now. Stay tuned.